Learn how to feel correctly to manifest your desires. The law of assumption. Neville Goddard. They taught you to wait. They told you to be patient, not to want too much, not to bother destiny. They taught you to pray on your knees, but never told you that heaven is within you. And so, you grew up believing that life happens outside of you, and that you need to beg for a little luck, a little attention, a little love. But I'm here to remind you of something you've always known. You didn't come into this world to merely watch life happen. You came to create it. It all starts with an image. Not just any image, but a clear, vivid inner vision. A felt idea. And it's in that precise moment that the universe, which doesn't respond to words but to frequencies, bends to your command. The law of assumption is not positive thinking. It is a silent revolution that happens the moment you choose to feel as if what you desire is already real. The truth, my friend, is that you are God in expression. And God does not beg. He assumes. He feels. He knows. Remember Edison. It wasn't just about the light bulb. It was the certainty that light already existed, even when the world lived in darkness. He didn't doubt. He embodied the vision. He locked himself in his lab, as if conversing with the invisible, as if sensing the presence of what was not yet seen. And it was this conviction, this inner state, that shaped the outer reality. There is no greater force than a human being who has decided to believe in the invisible with the same intensity that others believe in the tangible. When you change your state of consciousness, everything changes. Your mind is the soil, your emotion is the seed. But what makes the garden bloom is your conviction that it is already blooming. Feel it. See it with your eyes closed. Breathe as someone who is already living it. Because when you feel it, you manifest it. The great ones didn't wait. Walt Disney saw castles on blank pages. Jobs saw a digital revolution holding just a circuit board. They never asked, will it work? They lived as if it already had. And that sensation is what shaped matter. Because matter is slow, but imagination is instantaneous. Reality always chases your deepest belief. You don't need to change the world. You need to change your state. The universe responds to your self-image. It's like a mirror that reflects what you believe yourself to be. You are a magnet, but what you attract is not what you want, it's what you are. And you are, at this very moment, the result of everything you have felt as true until today. That's why, if you want to change reality, start with the feeling. And I'm not talking about fleeting emotions, but about a deep, consistent, vibrant state. Something you live internally as a new identity. Because that's what you are, an identity in motion. If you want success, it's not enough to think about success. You must see yourself as successful. Walk, breathe, and decide like someone who has already arrived. You want love? Then love yourself first until you feel irresistible. You want financial freedom? Then start living today as someone who already knows how to manage abundance. Because the world out there doesn't respond to requests. It responds to assumed states. You must stop reacting. Every time you react to what you see, you are confirming the old reality. Every time you are shaken by lack, you are strengthening the state of scarcity. And the universe, which has no morals or preferences, simply replicates. It's like a blind sculptor that uses your emotions as a mold. What you feel, it sculpts. What you assume, it delivers. Without judgment, without delay. You want something new? Then stop fighting the old. Replace. Overflow. Become. Lincoln didn't fight against chaos. He believed in order even when everything screamed destruction. Mandela was imprisoned for decades, yet never felt like a prisoner. He was free inside, and that is what he eventually manifested. You are not what happens to you. You are what you choose to feel about it. And that choice is your greatest power. Discipline is not suffering. Discipline is devotion. It's the daily act of remembering who you decided to be. It's not about force. It's about focus. Because the world will try to distract you with what is. But you didn't come here to repeat. You came to create. And creation requires a conviction stronger than visible reality. It requires closed eyes, a lit-up heart, and a steadfast mind. You don't need to see to believe. You need to believe until you see. Because belief is the mold, and reality is the cast. Don't wait for external confirmation. Feel now. Act now. Choose now. And the world will follow your certainty. It's not about changing everything out there. It's about changing everything in here. Because what you feel consistently becomes inevitable. And that is the law of assumption. Life doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. And you, my friend, are limitless. You don't need to understand how it's going to happen. That's not your job. The how belongs to the universe. Your role is the what. And above all, to feel as if it's already done. Clarity doesn't mean knowing every step. Clarity is knowing the destination. It's looking within and clearly seeing who you've chosen to become, even when the world insists on showing you the outdated version of yourself. You see, vision isn't born in the eyes. Vision is born in the heart. It's when you close your eyes and vividly see the life you're creating. You feel it, you live it internally, and suddenly, the invisible begins to move in your favor. People show up, doors open, opportunities appear, but it all starts within. Vision is your contract with the universe, and you must sign it with your emotions. Henry Ford didn't have the resources, but he had an unshakable certainty that a car could be mass-produced. And when everyone said it was impossible, he simply replied, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Because this is the truth, the world always agrees with your strongest belief. Reality is stubborn, yes, but it bows before a mind that refuses to doubt. And this clarity must be rooted in purpose, something that transcends the ego, something that beats deeper than fear. Purpose isn't fame. It isn't validation. Purpose is direction. It's what quietly calls you every single day, even in moments of doubt, even in those sleepless nights when everything feels like it's falling apart. When you're aligned with your purpose, pain becomes fuel, failure becomes foundation, and waiting becomes building. You are not here by accident. Life does not waste energy. There is something within you that the world needs, but it can only be accessed when you decide to live as if it's already true. Because purpose isn't revealed in comfort. It's revealed in commitment. You must decide who you are. You must embody that identity with so much strength that the universe has no choice but to reorganize itself. And yes, this demands discipline, but not that cold, harsh, punishing kind of discipline. I'm talking about the discipline that is born from self-love, from waking up every day and remembering, I am the creator of my reality, from not being dragged down by appearances, from refusing to negotiate with doubt, because every time you give in to doubt, you weaken the bridge between your imagination and your manifestation. And every time you honor your new identity, you strengthen that bridge. Discipline is saying no to what distracts you. It's saying yes to what elevates you. It's turning desire into habit. Because what you do consistently defines who you are becoming. Greatness isn't in some heroic act. It's in quiet persistence. It's in showing up today, tomorrow, and the day after for what aligns with your vision. even when no one's watching, even when there's no applause, even when it seems like nothing is changing. But it is, because nothing changes on the outside without first changing on the inside. And internal change is silent, almost invisible. It starts with a thought that repeats. Then it becomes a feeling, then a state, and then the universe responds. Because whatever you feel with conviction materializes with precision. Do you think Carnegie built empires with just steel and iron? No, he built them with imagination, with resilience, with the belief that he was worthy. Because true wealth begins within. And when it begins within, the outer world becomes a reflection, not the cause. But imagining alone isn't enough. You must act. And not just any action, inspired action, aligned action, action with faith, action that flows from feeling, not from desperation. Because acting out of fear is reacting. Acting out of faith is creating. Action is the movement of faith. It's when you begin to live in alignment with what you feel to be true, even before you see any evidence. It's buying the suit before the job interview. It's preparing the home before love arrives. It's studying like a millionaire before the money is there. It's taking the first step even when the staircase is still invisible. This is not insanity. This is creation. Insanity is living the same life every day and expecting a miracle. Creation is living a new life internally until the outer world bends to your new version. And all of this requires something few truly practice: gratitude. But not surface-level gratitude. Not the kind spoken out of routine. I'm talking about deep, intense, real gratitude for what hasn't arrived yet, but you already feel is yours. Gratitude is the language of the Creator. It's when you give thanks for the invisible as if it were visible. It's when you place yourself in a state of celebration before the manifestation. Because gratitude is the seal. It's the energetic signature that tells the universe, I have received. Even if your eyes haven't seen it yet. Even if others don't understand. And when you give thanks this way, you make the inevitable arrive faster. You collapse what seemed distant. You turn time into your ally. Because gratitude dissolves resistance, shatters doubt, and banishes fear. It places you in the frequency of abundance. And abundance always responds to those who honor it. Now breathe. Feel this moment as if it's already the turning point. Because it is. The moment when you stop just wishing and start assuming. The moment when you choose to stop reacting, stop waiting, stop begging for signs, and start being the sign. It's the beginning of the end of everything that used to limit you, and the birth of a new reality, not outside, but within you. You are ready. Not because everything is perfect, but because, even in the midst of chaos, you chose to feel the order. Even in the absence, you felt abundance. Even in pain, you felt strength. You crossed the portal. The old may still try to call you back, but now you know. You know that everything starts in the invisible, and the invisible bends to your certainty. It's not about waiting. It's about being. Assume, right now, this new state, this new identity, this new you who already knows, already feels, already lives. Because life will not give you permission. The universe won't send you an invitation. You are the one who must decide. You are the one who must live today as someone who's already there. Speak, think, act, walk, vibrate as someone who already is. This is the law of assumption. This is the key the great ones knew. The key visionaries carried in their eyes. The key innovators felt deep in their chest. They didn't ask. They didn't beg. They felt. And because they felt, they manifested. Now it's your turn. No more excuses. No more someday. The day is today. The moment is now. The reality is the one you create. And if any part of this woke up something inside of you that was asleep, if something started vibrating in your chest, if it reignited that spark you had forgotten about, then make it live. Carry this flame with you. Reignite this state every morning, with every decision, in every silence. Make this feeling your home, because when you feel, truly feel, the entire world bends to your emotion. And now, I want you to prove this to yourself. Declare it. Assume it. Write your new state into reality. Type it in the comments as a commitment to the universe. I feel, therefore I manifest. Write it. Let the world read it. Let the universe witness it. Let yourself read it out loud and feel the vibration of who you just became. I feel, therefore I manifest. This is the password. This is the seed. This is the silent revolution that begins right now, inside of you. And when the applause is over, when the lights go out, when the video ends, the state remains. Because now, you no longer need to watch miracles. You are the miracle. And this, no one can ever take from you.